Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. It is, July 13th. Oh my gosh, we're already in the second half of the year. Thank goodness, right? Tonight, we're going to be talking about inspiring actions with our audience and not just, tire kickers. We want to inspire action taking, and we want to do so through storytelling. So as you guys are popping on, I would love to have you say hello. If you're watching the replay, let me know that you are watching so I can say hello and thank you for spending a little bit of your evening with me, or tomorrow or whenever you catch the replay. But I would love to hear, just for the sake of fun, where are you watching from right now? Are you on your couch? Are you doing dishes? What kind of stuff are you doing? And, where do you live? So if you guys are new-ish to me, I'm in the North Houston area, and gosh, it has been hot. So I told you guys in the branding boot camp, you will normally see me with my hair up in a messy bun because it is just abnormally hot out right now. So this is where we get into the heat of the summer. But I'm glad you guys are here, and let's really talk about how to move our audiences, right? How to move them and inspire them to pull the trigger with whatever it is that you have to offer, whether it's a product, a service, a business opportunity, whether it's picking up the phone and having a conversation with you. What is it that you're offering them, and how do you inspire them to say, yes, let me do that, right? So let me go ahead and hide this. Just go check the comments. Good morning, California, or good morning, it's evening. What am I thinking? Florida and California. Good to see you guys. Just a reminder, if I don't say your name, those two people, it says Facebook user, I go through StreamYard so that the video quality is better and I can do these banners and screen sharing and stuff. So I will share the link later, but you can just go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. And you just say, yes, it's okay for Facebook to share your name. And then I can call you out and say hello by your name, which is so much more fun. But glad you guys are on. So let's talk about, one of the biggest mistakes that people make in the world of online marketing, in the world of social media and email marketing, is that we yell at our audiences. We I've got this. We're just fire hosing everybody with, it does this and it does this and it does this, and you're going to get, and you're going to get, and you're going to get, and we're just sharing the features of whatever it is that we're offering. So this is photography, insurance, network marketing products. It is, coaching programs, whatever it is. We all have a tendency to say, but it's so amazing because boom, 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 right? Like we list out all of the things. But the people that are really good at selling through social media, selling through email marketing, selling through an online platform, they are inspiring action within those audience members, and they're getting them to say, yes, take my credit card. Yes, let me sign up for that call. Yes, let me do that. And do you want to know what it is that they do? They get into their audience's head, okay? They start thinking about how they can get this to be an emotional decision. And unfortunately, the facts and the figures and the things that my analytical brain loves, that's not how people make decisions in most cases. Some people are going to be a little bit more analytical, but for the most part, people make buying decisions on an emotional basis. So think about something that you have done before. Maybe it's buying a car. Maybe it's getting a dog. Oh, honey, I found this puppy. He's so cute. I've already named him and bought him a collar. We just have to keep him. Like you're speaking to the emotions, right? And, when we talk about emotional decision making, we will have people tip over that edge. So how do you do that? Hey, Cheryl, good to see you on. We want to tell stories. Okay, think about, this is in any situation. Think about a time where you have shared a story, shared an experience, shared a testimonial that has put your audience in somebody else's shoes, whether it's your own shoes, whether it's somebody that you've worked with shoes, it does not matter, but you want to give them an experience, right? That they can visualize themselves or, whoever it is that they might be buying the product for. They can visualize that and say, oh, this is solving a problem for me. This is so beneficial because it's hitting these pain points. It's hitting these pleasure points. Academy members and former Academy members, those of you that have access to the membership site, you guys have a whole module on understanding your audience and how to write down and figure out your audience's pain points and pleasure points. And I have a whole bunch of videos that kind of talk through that with you guys. So if you're part of the Academy or, former Academy students, go check out that and look through that understanding your audience module. But when you understand that and you can speak to that, it makes a really big difference. Hey, Ursula, thanks for popping on. So, think Shrek. How many of you guys, I want to hear in the comments, how many of you guys have seen the movie Shrek? And Shrek and Donkey, they're walking up to, the castle? Maybe it's Shrek 2. I don't remember, but I've seen them all. But he's like, well, ogres are like onions, and we're peeling back the layers. People don't buy skincare because they want pretty skin. They buy skincare because they want the confidence to walk out the door and know that no one is looking at their acne. No one is concerned about the wrinkles on their forehead. No one is paying attention to what's on their face versus what they're saying. No one wants to buy supplements because they just want to be healthy, right? Like, peel back the onion. Why do they want to be healthy? Because they want to hang out with their kids. They want to have energy to play with their kids and their grandkids. They want to be able to get off the floor when they get down and play with them. They want to feel like they're their best self, right? So you've really got to get to that emotion. So here's where the storytelling comes in. The more that you can weave stories into your presentation of what it is that you have to offer, the better off you'll be. So again, going back to Shrek, can you peel back the onion and can you get to those benefits and show them the benefit, share a story with them, share something that they will relate to on an emotional level. All right. So, and I wore this shirt because I just happened to grab it today, but it says patented CBD. I will tell you, there was a situation, my dog is on our CBD product. Here's a story, right? Let me tell you a story. So my dog is, my younger dog is an adopted dog. We got her from a kennel 9 years ago. She's almost 10. So she was a couple months old when we adopted her. She's a lab-ish dog. We're not quite sure, but she's lab something. And labs and other big dogs have hip dysplasia problems, but typically when they're like 10, 11, 12. She was 4, 5, 6 months old, and she was wincing in pain. So we took her to the doctor, and they laid her on her back and like popped her hips out of socket. They said, oh, she's got hip dysplasia, big time. So you have 3 options. You can put her down. Are you kidding me? This is my brand new little baby puppy who I've had for like 2 months and we've fallen in love with because they're puppies and they're cute, right? Not putting her down. You can give her this medicine that is going to cause internal bleeding and slowly kill her. No. Or you can do surgery. Okay, here's my money. Right? Like, here's my credit card. So even in that, I'm telling you a story right now, but even in that, they're positioning it where it's an emotional buy. No, I don't want to pay you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to fix my puppy dog's hips, but I don't want to do these other options, so here's my credit card. They're hitting that emotional pain point with me, right? So because of the surgeries, she's had a really tough time just getting around. Your hip bone does this around your leg. They like cut off the knobby part. So her leg just goes up and her hips like this and they don't connect. So she has a hard time pivoting and she has a hard time walking up and down the stairs. And she's never, ever, that I could remember, done that down dog stretch. If you do yoga, you know, down dog, but like where they arch their back, right? Never. About a year ago, she was just wincing in pain again. I thought, what the heck? I have this CBD product. It's part of one of the offerings with my company. Let me just start giving it to her and see what it does. And I did. I gave it to her for 3 days. And all of a sudden I turn around one day. I'm like, holy crap, she's doing down dog. My dog, who's 9 years old, who's never done this before, is doing a down dog. And it happened day after day after day, right? I'm telling you this story. Do you know of other dogs that struggle with arthritis? Do you know of people that struggle with arthritis? I went and I did a live about this a year ago, and I wore the shirt and I brought my puppy on the live, and I'm petting her and talking with her. And I had so many people say, oh my gosh, like that's so sad. But yeah, like my dog could use that too. Or I struggle with arthritis, or gosh, I'm stressed out. But yeah, like let me hear more about your product, right? So I'm telling this story. By the way, she's amazing now. She has like no issues. But I'm telling this story, and it's hitting heartstrings. It's hitting that emotional side of things where people can relate to it. Okay, so how do you bring that into your business? I don't know your business in and out. If you schedule a one-on-one branding session with me, I will know your business in and out. And if you did not see that, that's now posted as an option in the announcements tab, where I did the resources and tools. A lot of you guys asked, like, I would love, more Q&A time and things. So that's reserved for my Academy members who do the group coaching, or you can schedule a one-on-one time with me. But, I don't know your business in and out, but I would imagine that you can take your products, your services, your business offerings, whatever it is that you have, and you can find some emotional component to it. What are people feeling? What is the end result? What is the benefit of the benefit? What are they going to get when they buy, when they join, when they use you as, use your services? What are they going to get? What is the end result? So start with the end result, and then you work your way back. Okay, start with the end in mind when you're creating your content. Now, here's where I'm going to transition to stories. I've trained a little bit about stories in here before, but Facebook and Instagram, if you guys took the bootcamp, stories are some of the most watched content on social media. All right, most watched content. And I ran some stats today. I pulled up some information for you guys. Nearly 500 million Instagram accounts. This is just Instagram. I've got the hiccups. I'm sorry. Nearly 500 million Instagram accounts are using stories daily. Producing. The other number was 1.7 billion are consuming. Hello, don't you want your stuff in front of your audience? Like, that's a really big number. Okay, 1 in 4, that's 25%. 1 in 4 millennials and Gen Z, are looking at stories specifically for products and services that they are ready to buy. 25%. Instagram is a little bit younger generation. Not that you have to be young to be on Instagram, but the trend is that they do see a younger crowd there. So especially on Instagram, that's a really great skill to develop. 83% of Instagram users discover new products and services through their browsing on Instagram. So, how do you combine the storytelling and these stats about stories? You get into your stories and you share a slide deck from beginning, middle to end. You weave and you paint a picture with a call to action at the end that is requesting them to take action in some way. Book a call, buy the product, swipe up, answer this poll, answer this multiple choice question, right? Engage with me in some way. DM me. You're asking people to engage. You're asking them to participate, right? But you're going to do that by hitting the emotions along the way, and stories is one of the best places to do it. Now, that's not to say you can't do that through post, because you can. And someone commented on here before I went live, or maybe it was on my other post that I did today. They said, I'm trying to weave in more personal pictures and selfies and, not as much corporate stock images and things like that. Yes, over and over. Yes. Make it real, make it personable, right? When you can say, like me and my dog, this is my story. This is my testimonial. When I share testimonials after the bootcamp, this is what Caitlin's experience was with me working with the Academy. This is what Renee's experience was working with me with the Academy. This is what so-and-so loves about X, Y, and Z, right? When you can bring that together and you can share that, it's going to hit the emotional side, and it's going to inspire action in your audience. So with all that said, when we did the boot camp, I did the bonus training on stories. That's now disappeared. Okay, unless you're in the academy, now you have access to that because it's out there. But when I did the survey, a lot of you guys said you would like to see more information on stories. So I listened to you, and I'm going to do that for you. So next week, the 23rd, so Thursday the 23rd at 7:30 p.m., half an hour earlier than this typically is, just because it may run longer than an hour to an hour and a half, depending on the questions that you have and the content that I have. I'm going to do an Instagram and Facebook stories workshop. Okay, so this is a deep dive. This is not a here's what it does, here's why you should do it, go. That's what most of these videos are, is here's what's, here's what's up and coming, here's why you should be using it, but I don't really get into the how. In these typical Monday night trainings, I don't get into the specifics of how to set it up because I reserve that for the people that want to work with me more closely, and that it takes a lot more time too. So that Thursday, 10 days from now, Thursday the 23rd, I will be doing this workshop, and I will tell you all of the ins and outs. From the beginner, I've never, ever done a story. I don't know how to do a story. I don't know where to post it. We'll cover that. I'm going to show you the bells and whistles. I'm going to show you some advanced techniques. I'm going to show you how you can use it to engage with your audience more. Your 4 E's, one of them is engagement, right? If you could use this tool so that you can engage with your audience more, so that they engage with you more, do you think that your sales go up? Do you think that your recruiting goes up? Do you think that your clientele, you have more? Yes. And that's what I want for you guys. I want you to take what I'm teaching, and I want you to implement, and I want you to expand your influence. I want you to expand your impact. I want you to make a difference on more lives. And if that means that you need to learn some skills along the way, then by golly, that is so worth your time, because once you've learned a skill, you have it. I was listening to something today. So here's another story. Okay. Here in Texas, they basically have told us we're either 100% in school, 100% virtual, and my son's going to be in kindergarten. Not so sure I love that. He already knows a whole lot. He's a pretty smart kid. So right now we're looking at homeschooling options. Not 100% that's where we're going, but we're looking into it. And I was told today, where was I going with this? Stories, homeschooling, hang on. I'll remember it. This was just like a spur of the moment, a story that I was going to share with you guys. Backtrack. What was I saying? Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting. Stories. Shoot, it will come to me. Anyways, so, it's going to bother me now. I'm so sorry, guys. So we were thinking about doing homeschooling, and I think where I was going with it has completely left my head. I'll figure it out. Shoot, do you guys, does that happen to anyone else? You're like, what was I gonna say? So anyways, okay, I'll move on. So stories. You need to know how to connect with people. Okay, you need to know how to engage with them. Oh, skill set. That's what it was. Skill set. So I was watching, squirrels. I was watching a video today about homeschooling. She said, look, there are 2 things. If you're going to have your kids out of school, there are 2 skill sets that your kids really need to focus in on. The rest of it's knowledge-based. Those skill sets are math. I used to teach math. I'm good there. And language, reading and writing, right? So in social media, you have skill sets. Once you develop that foundational skill set, you can build and build and build and build. But just having the little bitty tips and tricks and stuff doesn't necessarily create that foundational skill set. That's where I was going. Hello, Nicole. Thanks for coming back to us tonight, right? So I want to help you create that skill set with stories. I want to help you create the storytelling skill set to use within stories, where you weave call to action. And then you have a way to engage. So I will share the link afterward, but I'm also going to put it up here on the screen. This is something you will have to register for, but if you can't make it live at 7:30 on the 23rd. Then you will have access to the replay, so don't worry about that. But I will say the first couple people that get registered, I'm going to ask you guys, like, what do you want to know about stories? Because I'm going to be creating the content and creating the PowerPoint over the next couple of days. So the sooner you get registered, the sooner you can have an input on what it is that I'm going to be teaching. So you'll see here on the screen, designyourlifewithconfidence.com/stories. It will take you to the website to go register. It's $37. Guys, I will tell you, I've spent way more than $37 on things. And this will be a very good, very thorough workshop that is developing that skill set. It's like knowing your math. If you know how to add and subtract, then you can do all of the other more advanced things. But if you don't know the basics, you can't do the advanced stuff. So let me help you develop that foundation, the storytelling, how to get in the stories, all the features and the knickknacks and all that fun stuff. So that's going to be a lot more specific than I typically go here on a Monday night. I will email this out as well, but you got the link here. And that's in 10 days, so the 23rd. All right, so just to recap today, we're going to start talking more about the benefits. We are going to hit emotions. We are going to share stories like my dog, like homeschooling, like how Nicole had a brain fart and can't remember things, but I'm a human being and now you like me more because I'm a human being, right? You're going to start figuring out what is it that your target audience needs and how can you peel the onion back layer by layer to really get to the point that you're trying to make on social media, in your email marketing, in the online presence that you have, okay? So drop your comments. If you have questions, let me know. Go ahead and go get yourself registered for that. Yes, I will post the link on Facebook to register. Wait until I'm 51. Oh man, I'm turning 32 next month. I know, I feel like I'm so young. My kids and myself, we all have September birthdays, so September is kind of crazy. But I feel like, man, I think it's this coronavirus not going anywhere stuff. Sometimes my brain's not all there. But I love you guys. Thanks so much for being on. If you stuck with me this whole time, if you're watching the replay again, let me know that you were here so I can say hi to you. Hey, Cheryl and Ursula and Christine. Good to see you guys all on still. But you guys have a fantastic week. I will be sharing more stuff about stories throughout the week as well, and storytelling and how you can inspire your people to say, well, that's not really a card. Here's my credit card. Take it. Just like I told the vet. Yeah, fix my dog. Take my card. Take my money. Because it's hitting my emotions, and this is the only option. It's the only option is to pay you because this is what I want. That's what I want for you guys. Is I want your customers, I want your clients, I want your business partners, whatever it is that you're building, I want them to say, take my money because what you have is the best option, and yes, you're going to solve my problem. That is what I want you to be able to do, and I want you to weave that together beautifully in your posts and on your stories. All right, have a fantastic week. Thanks for sticking with me through my brain farts. I will talk to you guys soon, and I will post the link in the group later. Talk to you later. Have a great rest of your night.